Board of Equalization at 8:31, February 3rd, 2026. Roll call, please.
Don,
Present.
Robin,
Here.
Wade,
Present.
Nebraska Open Meetings Act. A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is posted in the back of the courtroom by the entrance. Consent agenda items.
Motion to approve the consent agenda. Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda items. This could be a long day. Any further discussion? Morning. Good, Carl. Any further discussion on that?
Nope.
Roll call vote, please.
Robin,
Yes.
Rod,
Yes.
Slade,
Yes.
Item 5, items of business before the board. I don't see any. Item 6, public comments. The Banner County Board of Equalization will receive public comments on items discussed at this meeting or suggestions for items of discussion at a future Banner County Board of Equalization meeting. The board will not act on or respond to comments presented on this date. You will have 3 minutes after stating your name and address for the public record. Do we have any public comments for the Banner County Board of Equalization? We okay to adjourn? Do you want to do anything else?
I'm good.
We'll adjourn Banner County Board of Equalization at 8:33.
How you doing? Good. Good morning. Yeah.
yes. Look at them. It's one of the sled for us.
Hey, Mark, do we have to mandatorily give a break? Is that, like, do we have to, in a typical workday?
In a typical workday, yeah, there are requirements for every 4 hours, I think it is. Or two, the employees are entitled to 15-minute break.
Right, but that shouldn't matter on workload or anything, right? We can,
What do you mean?
well, here it says that they can have a 15-minute break pending workload and departmental requirements, but shouldn't it just be that they can do a 15-minute break and a half-hour lunch? And I thought we had to give that.
I thought it did too.
Like it should just say that they can take a break. I mean, then it matters.
Well,
Physically do or not, that's kind of up to them.
I think that's probably geared more towards the timing of it, of when they take their breaks.
So we're okay with it worded that way? It's not saying that if you're busy, you can't take a break.
No. It's okay. So I'm trying to think of it.
Now, probably I have never used it because he's great.
It didn't want to take the
But with the fact,
time.
he's just other side of
It's
the
hard
state.
to have somebody man the clerk's office.
And yeah, we'll use it.
Or he trains in the assessor's office, and everything, road department. It's probably a matter of where on, maybe it's where on their route is it to do simply stop and rotate their braking or something else. Sorry if they're
7 miles on it.
honest for some sort of emergency.
Anyway, though,
Get
I think I look 14
minute break.
Look at it, just right on. You see the same way.
Soon I see not making it mandatory, but, because we'll never know if they physically take it or not.
Yeah, you just have to kind of,
Oh,
you know,
but I.
Are you okay with it like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll find it. It would be 2,000. Yes. But, and listen, it's.
Because I know some days they don't go and some days they might want to take one.
I think it's more towards, you know, not everybody takes a break at 10:15. If you're working the court,
We used to.
or if you're the well, and if someone walks in to renew their license plates, do they just wait?
No.
Because people are breaking. So that, I think that's why that's
Okay.
language is there.
That's sending me about usually. That's probably not the whole phrase. Is that with supervisor approval? Under taking vacation leave during a holiday. I think it says in there with supervisor approval. 7.0D. Remember that? Right, I have a copy because I can work. I have no.
Sometimes it's funny, even during COVID, we have to back to work.
So anytime they have a vacation, when they request a vacation, it's supervisor approval anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I think it's with supervisor approval anyway, you know? It says that they're removed.
That's a consideration for phone, right? Everyone's
They removed that. I was approved by the department head.
So it's from here to discuss that. So she did take a job for the choice thought.
Okay. It's the one that found it out there.
And all
Oh,
that.
okay, for overtime, it's approved by the department. Stuff.
And actually, right, because if they want to find times, sitting on and signing this house.
Are you good with it? Okay.
If you do the times, yeah. And if it's a long, I keep forgetting this, so it's great. Yeah. So pretty much.
Which is one on, is that yours? Try on.
It's a ministerial deal, we have to sign, send it back, because we approved all that.
Oh, yeah, I don't have a copy. Did we do? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did that.
So whenever you get it on.
Okay. What was your alternate on that?
Hmm?
Who was your alternate on that? Was that me?
I think so.
Are you guys okay to start?
Yep.
We'll call to order the Banner County Board of Commissioners at 8:45, February 3rd, 2026. Roll call, please.
Norman,
Here.
Blake,
Present.
Ron,
Present.
Item 3, Nebraska Open Meetings Act. Copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is posted in the back of the courtroom by the entrance. Would one of you lead us in prayer?
Father, we come before you again as we're doing the business and people of Bannock County. Give us wisdom. Lord, we'd also ask that you give us some rain or some snow, preferably with low wind. We thank you for everything you do for us. Lord, we love you. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the agenda.
Move to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the agenda. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Colin,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Item 7, approval of minutes of January 2026.
A motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes of January 2026. Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Don,
Yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Robin,
Yes. Item 8, correspondence, county reorganization assignments, Region 1, Office of Human Development. That's the one I was thinking of, Don. So this one's PAD, right?
Yes.
We did that last meeting. So we did behavioral
did that,
health as well,
yeah.
didn't we?
In January, I was just looking at the minutes a minute ago. We did that in,
Yeah, when we reorganized.
consideration and appointment of 2026 Commissioner of the Board. To committee appointments, let's move to adopt a slate of appointments, which means altogether Region 22, Emergency Management issue, Behavioral Health was an aging office with Leif, Panhandle Public Health, Office of Human Development, Panhandle Area Development District for myself, so. Those.
Okay, so PAD is you,
Yes,
and which one did we have?
Office of Human Development.
And that's you as well?
Yeah.
We don't have anything to fill out for that, it's just,
Well,
we just need to let them know.
I honestly, I'll have to ask Bob. I think, didn't we get thought I had an email from him.
Do you want to be his alternate, or you want me to be his alternate?
Either way, doesn't matter. I'll do the alternate.
Because it has been one.
Good.
I was reading through this is just, if it's not the same, I think it was.
Because if I'm your alternate for Region 22,
Yeah, you want to fill that out, your address
Sure.
and all of that, because I don't know that stuff. And then I think Katie just signs that, right? I don't see where I was supposed to.
Looks like county clerk.
All right. Okay, so can we move forward?
Yep.
Item 9, public comments. The Banner County Board of Commissioners will receive public comments on items discussed at this meeting or suggestions for items of discussion at a future Banner County Board of Commissioners meeting. The board will not act and or respond to comments presented on the state. Please keep comments limited to 3 minutes. Do we have any public comments for the Banner County Board of Commissioners? Morning. No comments. We'll move on to reports. Commissioner reports. Don.
I missed the Panhandle Public Health, had a little flu last week, yesterday, last week, so I did not manage to attend that. Today I'm headed to Lincoln for various opportunities, none of which are necessarily related to the Board of Commissioners. And next week I plan to be in Carter, I'll send you a little too.
Yep.
So
Yes, sir.
that's my report.
That's a chair thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Workshop.
Yeah.
My
Or
reports.
lose that.
We did not have an emergency management meeting yesterday because we didn't have a quorum. And website, I'm still working on resolutions. I have them all typed up. I just have to get them put over to the website. Budget, I have not talked to J13 Enterprises. I haven't checked in with them. Have you guys? I haven't either. I don't want to bother him, but I kind of want to know where he's at, because if we have to amend that budget, we're gonna have to start scheduling times. Right?
right?
Because we're in February. That's where I'm at. Lee?
I did not have a report for the January meetings, as that was our reorganizational day. The meetings for Region 1 and for Aging office are coming up, I believe this Thursday. But I will not be able to attend, so if somebody would like to attend those, I'll
Get going.
I'll be gone.
I'm heading to Lincoln Thursday.
Okay.
Not for this, I don't think for the same reasons. Dawn, is there going to be a mess board meeting?
Nope, probably not.
You're on the other end of Lincoln, probably.
Pretty well scheduled.
Yep.
I'm scheduled too, so
So it
that's
sounds
my
like
report.
we won't. Yeah, sorry, I can't help you.
No problem.
Bad 2 weeks.
Right.
All right, items of business before the board. Kimball County Transit Board information. Colleen Shoemaker. Morning, Colleen.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is Colleen Shoemaker, and I just wanted to let you know I have joined the board at KCTS on just the fact that the more I hear about them, the more I'm really excited about this system, and I just want Banner County to be aware of it and our citizens to be able to have, mobility if they need it. And I also wanted to let you know I was on it so that if you did have questions and you can't get a hold of Christy, or, you just want to, like, I thought maybe come once every quarter or something like that and just let you know if there's anything different or, how much it is. I'm just really excited about it, and I know that some of our residents are using it, and I'd like to see more if needed, because we're really, I don't know if you know this, we're kind of out in the prairie, and it seems like we're always kind of overlooked, and Kimball County really wants to make us a part of their business lives and help us to help them. So I did bring a couple of friends, Christy Warner and Colin, and Christy has this new exciting ride that is, I'm just excited. She said it's about 2 months old, so I want her to explain it because I'm very new to it. So,
Would you give us your contact information, Colleen, so if we have someone ask about it, we can pass them on to you?
yeah, I will. Yes, I just wanted to just quickly note that we do have a grant from the VA for the highly rural VA grants that will basically allow any veteran to ride for free to any medical appointment. So it's not just to the VA. I think sometimes they think of like going to the VA, but this is for dentist, eye doctor, any of those kinds of things at no cost to them. And so whether we have to go pick somebody up in the furthest reach of the county, on the Wyoming line, or they're riding the route, either way, it's at no cost. So we just want to make sure that that you guys are aware of that and try to get that information out. I realize that you guys do have some veterans for sure in this area. We definitely can see that. And then the only other thing I wanted to mention, obviously we've talked to you before about some of our other services, but we definitely have all kinds. We go to DIA twice a day, which also leads to Fort Collins or Loveland area, Cheyenne, Sydney, Scottsbluff. We do that every day. We come Ogallala, North Platte. Just a reminder, and I realize that as those seniors get ready to apply for college and stuff like that, if for any reason, they can't afford room and board, sometimes they get scholarships, right? And they pay for all the tuition except for the room and board. And so just a reminder that we do work with WNCC as well and LCCC for funding to get them to and from college. So that's a great opportunity too that maybe somebody could take advantage of, even if it's just one class or if they're going, the whole semester, that type of thing. And then I brought Carl with me. You guys all know who Carl is. And Carl is he actually helps out the transit. And so occasionally we have somebody who is maybe just a little nervous about riding with the transit. They've never ridden with us before. And so they're not used to the system and that type of thing. So Carl, what he does is he will do a couple things, right? So if they're a little confused about how the system works and they just want some one-on-one, like sit down at a table and walk you through it, we will send him to somebody's house if will be helpful. He will also ride with them the first time to take them somewhere if it's just to kind of get them used to how we operate. And so we just realize that sometimes having that extra person that will just kind of, walk you through it and be there through that first trip or two is helpful. So he is absolutely available to do that. So we just wanted to make sure that you're aware of that as well. So otherwise, it is pretty self-funded. I think the other thing is people always ask about the money. And so a lot of it is definitely self-funded. So we just, yeah.
I just wanted to point out too that Christy had explained to me, and I said, well, what if there's somebody that, we usually meet everybody at the double out. But she explained to me that if someone, is unable to get to the double out, that if they get contacted, they'll pick them up, get them to the double out, and get them, on there. So it's not just we have to be at the double out. They can work it out where they'll pick them up at their home.
Yeah, absolutely. Door-to-door service if need be, for sure. We've got 4-wheel drive even in the middle of the snow, so hopefully, hopefully nobody really wants to go out with that much snow, but I can promise you we have dialysis patients that we have, thankfully, Kimball County, road crew helps us get there if that's what needs to happen for the dialysis patients, because it's, life-threatening. But doesn't matter where they live, we'll take care of them, so. Just trying to get the word out.
Sounds good. Do we have flyers? We have flyers in the courthouse, right, for people?
Yep.
We have a bunch of these.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't know how to get them out to, I realize coffee groups, and usually there's local groups, which is why we really like having a representative on the board is, each representative for the different service areas knows those little coffee groups or those different places that work best for their community on how to get the information out. So we're pretty excited to have somebody local just to be able to pass the word or answer a question or give a phone number on how to get a hold of us. So.
Sounds good. Question?
All right. Well, I normally will sit and hang out, but I have commissioners to meet with also, so we're going to run. But if you need anything, please give us a call.
Thank you, Christy.
Thank you.
Crystal.
Thanks, Colleen, for doing that. And thanks, Carl, for coming. Checked it on that?
Yep.
Credit card authorization and set guidelines for credit card use. That's on here, right?
Yeah, it's taking you back.
Quicker than the budget. Oh, okay, fine. Good.
I know when we initially started talking about this, it was mentioned that we might like a line item in everybody's budget for catering or whatever for training. And we don't have that on here now. So should we add that? I think we should add that, because even if there's a line item, how are we gonna pay for it? And it's specifically for like jury duty, election, in the road department and sheriff's office training, stuff like that. So should we have like catering for training or something along those lines?
We don't have anything on our election side budget line item, right?
I don't think so. Remember when we first started talking about this, you guys mentioned that the next budget you might look into putting that in everybody's. But even if we have that, how would you pay for it if it's not authorized? That was my concern. Thought about that the other day.
Yeah. Or just
Because if it's something that's required to, it's not really fair.
keep it in miscellaneous general and put them all in there.
Is it
I don't
going to
see
be an
the
issue though that it's not on here? That's my main concern. I don't want it to be an issue later on.
Well, they truly do not fit the definition of office supplies as a matter of practical application. That would work as well as anything. I mean, you could create line items ad infinitum and nauseum for this and that and everything else, as long as the receipts spell out what it is. Or it could just be supplies in the shopping tool supplies. I mean, it just seems to overly complicate the system every time we try and narrow that down. If you buy donuts, it has to be this specific thing. If
For
we
like
just
your
say we're
use
gonna put those in supplies or
No,
something.
this thing, like Kevin was talking last meeting, that pay attention, that if it's office supplies, it's office supplies. If it's meals, it's meals. If it's catering, it's catering.
Well,
I mean, you can put it as catering and don't have to break it down as
Cover.
Subway sandwiches,
Just another
donuts,
line to add.
coffee.
I don't think it happens that often, but when it does, I don't want it to be a problem.
I understand.
Every 2
Agree.
years.
So can we add 9 and add catering for training specifically or for jury duty, stuff like that? Yeah,
Say that again, please.
like a catering for training or jury duty or something like that that encompasses it.
oh, just call it food. That's what it is.
Mhm.
Okay, and then we'll be food.
Probably needs to be more specific food for Banner County trainings.
Or duty. Yeah, duty, jury duty.
So we wanna call it catering.
Well,
Sorry. What do we call it?
food for Banner County training and duties.
Yeah, jury duty.
So does that mean Zane can't buy donuts because to Kimball?
It would be Banner County training, right?
Okay. Just.
I don't mind partnering with Kimball, like. What's that?
I said we would just be hosting that, correct? And we would still be training for that.
Well, I think there might be
Any
times,
training that we'd have should fall, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
just won't have one
I
third.
don't think it happens.
No, really, it doesn't.
no, but our road guys might train with Kimball County, and
And we have.
if Kimball County buys donuts day 1, Banner County buys donuts day 2, but we're not in Banner County, we're in Kimball, I don't know. That should cover
That
it.
should cover it.
Okay,
So food for training, Banner County training / jury duty.
Food for, sorry, one more time, make sure I have it. Food for Banner County training and jury duty.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Perfect. The other question I had, are you okay with the rebates, refunds, and rewards section? Or do you want to add it somewhere else?
It's good.
sounds great.
That covers our, North Shore.
Okay.
So with that change, do we need to bring this to the next meeting for signatures?
Can we just approve it with the change, or this one, no? I think we can just approve it with change, adding number 9, can't we? And then you can just print it out and
Get your signatures before you leave.
then, will that work?
Yep.
So
Simple.
technically, you're just reprinting this one page,
Yeah, just adding that.
we sign on the back. Alright. Want me to make the motion?
I'd be happy to. To adopt the, changes to the employee handbook submitted by the handbook committee to including number 9 on the Banner County credit card policy. Food for training and jury. Okay,
I would second with a question.
Hold on. So it's been moved and seconded to approve the credit card policy with the addition of number 9 under guidelines for card use being food for Banner County trainings and jury duty. Any further discussion?
Yes, there is. Are we dealing with just the credit card authorization on this item, or are we dealing with the employee handbook changes as well? Because the motion kind of incorporated both, and I'm fine if it's both, because any changes that's been set out are fine with me.
Okay, yes, that was.
This is credit card authorization, handbook, employee changes comes next.
That's what I'm asking, is
Oh.
if he's got them put together.
It should just, this one should just pertain to the credit card policy
Okay.
right here. Which will
Which
roll
would
over into the
Flow over
handbook
into the handbook.
next topic.
Okay,
Is that right?
so Dawn, do you wish to amend the motion?
I would adopt them both at once.
Yeah. And we can, they're both on the agenda, so we're,
Perfect.
you okay with that?
You're great with that. Perfect. That's what I want to clarify.
All right,
Could you read the motion, just to make sure? Yeah.
the motion was to approve the credit card policy, incorporating number 9 under guidelines for credit card use for food, Banner County trainings, and jury duty. Is that how you intended it?
Well, I intended to adopt the employee handbook changes
As well.
as well.
Don't amend it to that?
No, that's how I said it.
Okay. Well, then why'd you ask?
I just want to make sure we have it. Too many times it doesn't come out like I intended.
All right, repeat it, Don. Been moved and seconded to.
Approve the employee handbook changes presented by the handbook committee, including the addition of number 9 on the credit card policy.
Food for Banner County trainings and jury.
Correct. Which I think I stated.
And you're good with that?
Yep.
Liz?
I am, yes.
Roll call vote, please.
Robin?
Yes.
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 Now on to employee handbook changes. There was a list.
I have the email that I sent.
We have a copy right here.
Yeah, attached to it.
I read through it. You guys have comments or anything? You good with the handbook committee?
I am.
And my questions were answered, so we're good to go.
Okay.
Thanks for you guys work on that. There's a lot of stuff there sometimes.
You did all the changes in the handbook in your last motion, right?
Yes.
So we're good with that?
Yep.
Do you have any questions, Casey?
No, have you guys have any questions?
I'm good.
No, I
Think we're good? Thank you for all your work on that. Next item, Banner County Planning Commission and Grievance Committee. Did you two come up with anyone?
Can I not ask it now?
Oh, man, okay.
We didn't set a effective date. When it's gonna be
Today?
effective.
today.
Is that okay? Okay, perfect. Sorry.
I guess we didn't need to state that in the motion, did we?
No.
Well, I didn't know with the road department pay scale if it had to be a certain, like at the beginning of the pay period or something like we've done in the past.
No, we approved it with the changes.
Sorry.
You're good. All right, Planning Commission and Grievance Committee. Did you two come up with anyone?
I have not. I've asked.
I've asked a few as well.
Was, Mark Knob okay on the Grievance Committee? Did you know any thoughts
I
about
did
him?
know that.
I did not either. I've been crazy. I have been crazy.
Can we try calling?
That'd be awesome.
Okay.
We still need a layperson for that, don't we?
Yeah, I just don't remember what the requirements are.
I think they just can't be an employee of Banner County. They have to be a resident, but not an employee.
Good job.
Okay.
I'm looking at you.
So far, that's been okay.
Come to the meetings, we'll point you to something.
So I have talked to a few people about the
I have to
planning
explain it to
commission,
me.
and, I've got no definitive takers. There's a lot of recommendations and good recommendations, but anybody I've talked to has politely declined.
That's just one spot on there, right?
Yes.
Tan will come back. And Joe will come back, so we're just looking to replace him. Okay. Table.
No one else do, so.
Until we can find somebody that,
Find somebody that volunteers.
Yeah. All right, we will table that topic until February 17th.
Good.
Discussion on new patrol vehicles. Sheriff Hopkins.
So right now, our cars are in good shape, they're in good working order. They're getting up to the age where if we run them much longer, the trade-in, the resale value of them are gonna start to go down drastically. I looked at buying some new ones. And as you all know, everything has went up. And I don't think buying them right now is the proper course of action. The trade-in values, if I buy them, is about 18,600 for the pair. Is the trade-in if we buy them. There's a company out of Salt Lake City that leases vehicles, patrol vehicles, emergency vehicles, fire apparatus, everything else. They take your vehicle and sell it and give you the proceeds as part of your lease. That's one of the perks of the lease. Their selling estimate for the pair is about $28,000. About an extra $10,000. If they sell them for you and you tell them just apply to the lease, that lowers your lease payment. They just apply the monies to the lease. They upfit the cars, they deliver them, they pick up the old ones, they take them off. It's a once a year payment. We looked at possibly going up to a Tahoe size, but I think they're just a little bit too big for us. And the prices, just trying to keep prices down, looking at cars like mine. Just new.
what's the price difference between them?
Just the state bid, car like mine is 45,000 and change. The Tahoe's 52. Same upfit charge on both. Their lease proposal right now is 2 Interceptors with all-wheel drive, an upfit from a company there in Salt Lake City, or he said there's another really good one in Little Rock that will do them for like 16,000, and we can customize our upfit that we want. That payment a year is $16,500 on 2 vehicles, so it'd be $33,000 roughly for a 5-year lease. At the end of that lease, you'd have about 8,000 left over with a projected resale of 10. So you're still going to have 2,000 equity in your cars at the end of the lease.
Would you run them the full 5 years?
We'd run them 5 years.
Well, we're rounding out 4 on these, aren't we? On yours.
4. And
the other Charger wasn't far behind, I don't think.
No, they're both about right there at the same mileage. The Charger's is older. It's got a little bit better resale right now because it can still be retrofitted back and converted to a personal car. Mine, I have no rear air, no rear heat. It's got too many poverty blanks in it, so these are, it's resale. It's got to go back to the department somewhere. or courier service or something. You're not gonna put kids in the back. They're fully customizable. We can get them any color we want. We can get them any setup any way we want. I did tell him that I still have my fourth payment on my car is in August. And I said, I've already made the payment this year. Budget says I can't do this. I need it after July 1, so
Right.
we can start the new budget. He said, oh, that's a simple fix. We'll buy the car, we'll pay it off. We'll take your two, sell them. We'll apply till we get to the payment that it costs us to pay yours off, and we'll apply the rest to your lease. We can do that right now. We can postpone the first payment for up to a year. So I can still set my lease payments in August or after the new budget year. I can still budget for a lease payment.
And that's the 16.5 for two, right?
It's 33,
Yeah,
16.5 times 2, so
16.5 per, so it'd be 33,000 a year.
Oh, got it.
I'm paying 20 a year on my current vehicle. So, I mean, yeah, I'm going up $13,000 for my second vehicle. I'm still saving some money. As opposed to if I finance it through the bank, still gonna look at a $40,000 payment almost. Just by rough estimate numbers. The bank, I did talk to Dan. He told me the county rate ballpark figure would be about 4.3%. And if you're looking at the upfits, 2 vehicles plus the upfit, you're looking at just over 140,000. If we purchase,
That's new.
that's new.
And you said they're 45 for the Explorer?
Yeah, the state bid on the Explorer is $45,350.
What's it cost to outfit those?
Anywhere from 16 to 25,000. Depends on where you go.
Is that all new equipment or?
There's some equipment, like in my car, like the radar, some of that I would reuse. But we tried that with Stan's, with the other pickup, when we ran it 8 years. And by year 6, 7, I was having all sorts of electrical gremlins, so it's not worth. It's worth just putting all new equipment in it and being done. It's saved money actually in the long run. But these guys, he sent me some mock-ups. They're talking like Omaha was telling me a $25,000 upfit. These guys sent me some mock-ups. They're telling me a $16,000 upfit. This is their business. They lease to public service.
Anybody local using them that you're aware of?
Nobody local that I'm aware of is using them. They're all. I got the number, or I got the name from a sheriff back east who has used them in the past, and he had good luck with them. But then they just got too big, so he just is buying vehicles now. I looked at buying them. I ran some options through my head. One, I thought, well, the county could be our own bank. We just buy the cars, upfit them. I know you guys hate to hear this. Use inheritance. We just make payments back to inheritance.
I don't get there, but for only 30 years, I don't know what we get paid for interest is the question. If we're getting 3.5%, that's a no-brainer.
So I mean, that was one of the options I came up with. It wouldn't be a lease, we just buy them and upfit them.
Well, my math says it's, 82.5 to lease them for 5 years, at 16.5 a year per car.
Per car.
And I can buy a new car for, and I assume those are all new.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can buy a new car for 45 and put 25, assuming that's top end, at 7. That's $12,000 difference. You won't pay that much interest for 4.3% in 5 years.
I was just trying to keep the initial budget number as low as I could.
And the other thing, if nobody's gonna give anything for your old ones, run them a little longer. I know the answer to that, but I also know that cars last pretty well for the most part. When they break, get a different one. But you gotta have that in the process.
Because right now, even with these guys and their outfitters that they use all the time, you're still at minimum 8 to 12 weeks by the time they get the car in. And I know, I've got some emails from Ford. Their mid-model year, they're starting into the 27s in May. They're projecting some delays because they're making some changes, and they're talking 8-month delays on deliveries. When you add 8 months and a 12-week uptime, you're looking at a year already.
How many miles do you run here?
Well, my car went into service in October of 23. That's when I put it in service. It had basically 0 miles because it was new. And it's probably 61,000 miles, so. 20 a year, 25,000 a year.
And you figure 75,000 is all you wanna run them? Is that what you're saying?
I wanna shoot between 75 and 100, somewhere in that neighborhood. Just to ward off evil spirits, and I'll run mine a little longer, but I want Caleb in the safest car I can put him in.
And what's the other car, Liam? Remind me.
Which one?
The backup car.
The Ford Taurus,
Yeah.
it's just gonna sit where it is. It's happy. It works great for what it is, and it doesn't have 20,000 miles on it, so it can just be happy in there and we use it when we need it. It doesn't cost us anything to sit there. Where we bought it from.
You,
I'd like to look at the budget where we're at now and kind of play with that budget for this for next year.
What do you propose, what do you think that would do to your budget for your office? I mean, are you looking just to increase the cost difference from where we're at, or would you be looking to cut something else out of your budget that you maybe will not need future-wise, or that you don't see being as important? I mean, are you gonna be able to tailor that down to keep that budget similar? Or is that?
It's gonna go up just because we're heading in the second.
Everything always goes up. I understand that, but I mean, is there a way that you
I
offer
think-
part of that?
I think where we're at right now, other than if we take salaries, wages out of the equation, I think where I've got it sitting right now is pretty good. I don't see adding much to any of the categories anywhere, just because we're coming in, we're over halfway through our year, and I'm still sitting really good with my budget.
It looks like this would add about, just roughly, and I think it'll be a little less because of the trade-in value. It looks like it would add about $13,000 a year to your current budget.
Correct.
To go with this program. Now, that number might not be 13,000, it might be 11 or 10 when we're done after you get the resale value of your car, if I'm following this correctly.
Correct.
But I guess my question to you is do you have a way to cut something else out of your budget to help buffer that, to get that down to 5 or 6? That would be my question.
I don't think I can cut that much.
Okay. That's the,
Honest answer.
I get it. I'm just seeing what the,
Was that figuring, like, was that taking off what we're paying now and adding in the 33 a year? Is that how you figured that?
so what I'm doing is taking the current payment minus the 33 is 13,000 roughly. And then whatever our trade value would be, we'll lower that some more on top of that. So that's where I'm going. It'd be a maximum of $13,000 of exposure with probably a real number around 10 to 11 additional. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think you're pretty close to it. Until we get the final numbers and everything, I won't be able to.
I get that. I understand that. But our maximum exposure would be 13,000 additional. And that would be for 2 new cars. The other question, what if you did 1 car and rolled 1 down? How does that fit? Does that work?
Then we're still gonna add somewhere in the middle of
You're
it.
gonna add somewhere in the middle of it. I get it, but you're not looking at 13, you're looking at 6,500.
But then in 2 years,
2 years,
we're gonna be looking at another 65, we're gonna be back up to the 13 or more. And that's, my thought process was rip the Band-Aid off, do the big one now, and then we're just there. If we do it at least every 5 years, we got equity.
Caleb's running the same amount of miles per year that you are. He's putting on the 25,000 per year. Okay. And when do you need an answer onto this? When does this need to be dealt with? What do you need to?
Honestly, the sooner we can get that stuff in, the sooner less chance we have with the
catching
delays.
the delay. Got it.
I've been talking to these guys for a couple of months now, so. And we all know that the model years are gonna go up again. But. That's why I brought it, that's why I gave you some heads up yet last meeting to get it. I wasn't dropping it all on you this meeting.
I believe you sent a few emails too along these lines, which I had reviewed.
Yeah, I think you might have got one of these quotes.
Did I get an email? I don't remember seeing that.
I honestly can't remember all of it.
It's been a while.
If I mistook it and didn't click your name, then you probably did. I mean, I can print you one of the quotes off that's something big. So,
32 with this. I would like to check into the budget numbers. Again, see where we're at.
We may have run out of it, so.
Yeah.
the only other thing for me is I don't fall under the caps. And I asked one of the sheriffs that also doesn't fall under the caps, how he does it. And he said it's a continuing liability form that the clerk has to sign every year because he's always over the cap. That's Douglas County. So it's the largest office in the state, can't meet under the caps either, so.
The caps don't lessen the blow to the taxpayer, though.
I agree. So. That's why the other idea occurred to me to use inheritance too. And then pay inheritance, just make an annual payment back to inheritance.
I'm not willing to do that. I'm not personally.
So.
On the table, or? You two already.
Well, if we look at the budget, if we're gonna put the budget together, obviously this isn't gonna happen until the next cycle at this point, correct?
Correct.
And you'll keep your cars in your possession until you get the new ones.
Right.
And then at that point, that's when they determine what your trade value is. So you'll continue to use them, and then your trade value will be determined after you get ready to.
We sent them, when we sent in the stuff for the trade, they asked how many miles a month, so we estimated.
You can estimate it out to get.
And so that's where they got their numbers from. But they'll push the payment until up to a year.
Okay. So they have some flexibility on making the payment on the other end.
Correct.
It just really boils down to if Banner County's ready to purchase 2 new patrol cars. That's really the question at hand.
Well, it would have been nice to have these numbers before today so that I could process a little bit. And look at the budget and play with the numbers. I don't have the budget in front of me today.
Dawn, how do you feel?
Well, I would want to know a little bit what we're gonna be able to budget this.
Or not too. So I think at this point, I think we're looking to table this until the next meeting. They'll leave homework.
17?
Is that fair? That's where we're at.
And did you send me that email, Zane, with the numbers? I mean, I have them here, but
Yeah, I have to do that.
Would you also make the projection as to what it would look like if we pulled it out of inheritance and made the payment back to the county? If you did,
Do you
please.
know what the interest is on the inheritance? What it's making right now?
It's making 4.7%, I wanna say.
on the inheritance,
So
4.7, is that right?
Yeah, don't hold me to that exactly, cause,
About.
yeah.
Well, I have everything in that.
What's that? What'd you say?
If it's making that much money, I would have all our extra money in there. Is it all making that much?
She
Because
does.
NP doesn't.
She does pretty good with the end page.
Yeah, you said pay works.
NP's 3.6.
I just used Banner Capital Bank, they've been very fair with us, and, so, I haven't got an email as what it is, but I did see that they're holding steady with what the interest is gonna be for a while, so.
Alright, so we're gonna table discussion on new patrol vehicles until
Wait.
February 17th.
But I know that's not what you're wanting to do. But it might be palatable
for a year, and
for a year.
then we're back into the
I
same.
understand.
So, okay. We'll table.
And Zane, I don't know how you feel about this, maybe on our agenda, take out the word discussion, put new patrol vehicles, that way. If it's more than a discussion and we make a decision, we can.
Well, that you could today because the language at the bottom of your agenda.
Say that again, Mark?
I said the language at the bottom of your agenda covers action
Okay.
on items.
I just wanna make sure that people don't think we're just discussing.
I didn't know
Could make a decision. Yeah, that way we're free to do what we want.
Katie and I just kind of like, no, well, throw it up as this, see what it sticks.
Just makes it a little more clear to everyone, if you're good with that.
Not immediately. So, okay.
Alright,
Thanks, sir.
table,
Yep.
have your thing, Zane. Board approval of rehire Jason Loomis, J-Dub.
Good morning.
Morning, Jay.
As you know, Jason Lewis has, filled out an application and contacted us and wanted to come back to workforce, which constitute you guys, approval. Pardon my baggage when Eric has given you guys, talked to you about this and give you copies of his, resume and all that, so any questions I can answer before.
I haven't seen much.
It's pretty big, because he's a rehire. it's the same information as this last one.
How long has he been absent from the county? Has it been 6 months?
Yeah, right at.
Okay.
Banner County resident?
He lives southern end off of the Alvin Road.
You and Eric's recommendation?
We talked to him, interviewed him. He was a good candidate before. He's still a good candidate. Good hard worker when he was here, got along with everybody. No problems, no issues.
Works for me.
I make a motion to approve the rehire of Jason Loomis.
I will second it. It's been moved and seconded to rehire Jason Loomis to the road department. Any further discussion?
Why would the board vote to rehire anybody? That's who it is.
It has, it's per our handbook that rehires
A rehire,
have to come
otherwise we don't.
come before the board.
That's why I asked what the recommendation was, because
Eric had told me that there's enough funds in the budget to cover this and that this should not be an issue. So,
we weren't fully staffed in the road department for quite a bit of this budget cycle, so we should be okay.
so we are okay.
Yeah, it's nice that we're getting the group back together and
How many will this make? What's the crew right now, the full complement, including him?
you got 3 management, Eric, Tim, and myself. And then you got 1, 2, Lucky, Shannon, Shane and Brandon, and then Loomis makes 5.
It's 8 total.
Is there,
8 total, and then we have some.
that payroll report that Katie gives us, or what that's,
I know, that's,
I was just saying. Any further discussion?
Nope.
Roll call vote, please.
Tom,
yes,
Robin,
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you, Jake.
Thank you guys.
On to claims.
move to pay claims.
I haven't seen them yet.
You can look at them. Only thing.
Second?
oh, yeah, I'll second, sure.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the claims as presented. Any further discussion? Yeah, I'm not doing anything until I look through these.
There is a restroom later.
You see?
I just looked at what we had on the email. I hadn't
This is
seen the actual,
This was just reference, I think.
I've not seen the actual claims per se, but I
Want me to pass them? Here.
used to have me one.
Thank you. You're welcome. I'll share my work any day.
Right, no. Oh, fine, I don't do it.
Mark, how many do we have sitting right now? How many is sitting over there at the pre-hotel?
And we have any? I think we have any.
You don't, we don't have any right now?
I just saw the report bills. It's probably several months worth. I think they bill quarter of the town. Right. I think it sounds like it's still safe. Anybody with that?
Yeah. I didn't think you did, I don't know what the other boys do.
Citizens, we're trying to get in traffic.
Which one?
More good than.
For the repairs or the,
It's huge.
share costs? We had that in the budget under motor grader, didn't we?
Yes. And actually, that, if you remember, that was less than.
Oh, good. These are annual, right? Yeah, annual. And they get smacked once a year. Oh.
We do have the question from the son.
You have a question about
It's what your son's doing.
shooting? That's a good thought.
That's what she's.
Yeah.
That's why she put that, she wanted to ask.
Probably have a call and
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey Casey, did you ever send that list out for the website of how to do stuff?
No, I thought about that earlier when you mentioned it. I don't have very many because I got busy, but I do have some.
Perfect. I wondered if I missed it somewhere.
Now, I was trying to figure out how to add videos too, if I remember right.
Oh,
And I worked on it.
I'm still working on resolution. They're ready. I just don't like the buttons where they're at.
It might use it one day.
It's just kind of.
I'm working on it today because I have the how-to, which I think make sure.
All right, any further discussion on claims? Guys have any questions, anything?
No.
Good. Roll call vote, please.
Others?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
April?
Yes.
Trade, three.
I'm done. It's done. Ready to go?
Are you two okay to adjourn?
I am.
I think that was it, right? Meeting adjourned 9:48.
Thank you. Well, we said she'd be able to get clean with this.
Okay.
Well,
Jay, I have a question for you before you leave. I could talk to you for just a second. Thank you, Colleen.
It sounds like it's really heavy duty stuff.
So far,